Crimson Caravan. Yeah, it's been a while. Have I not looted this place? Some cups and... No, I have looted this place. Just a bunch of useless junk on the tables. Alright, let's head in. And there's Alice.
Did you know this trip's on?
Welcome back.
Alice, I have some good news. The Crimson Caravan Company will no longer have to worry about Henry Jameson.
Yes, I heard. I believe we're now responsible for paying off his gambling debts, but that you bargained him down from a more outrageous demand. Well done. I'm very pleased to be rid of that man.
All in a day's work, Alice. Also, about that gunrunner job you wanted me to do? That's not really my style of work. You'll have to find someone else.
I understand. No hard feelings. But you will, of course, keep our conversation on the matter strictly confidential.
Naturally. Before I go, Alice, there's something I want to check. It's about that negotiation deal. Could you give me the details again?
There's a small trading outfit, Cassidy Caravans, that I'm interested in acquiring. They've been rather competitive, so it's time to buy them out. I have it on good authority that the owner, Cass, wants out of the caravan business. Cass frequently trades with the NCR, so you'll likely find her at the Mojave outpost.
Thanks. That's all I needed. I'll be on my way now.
It's been a pleasure.
Guess I'm just gonna have to go straight through. For some reason, I think that McCarran is always closer. And now that I think about it, I don't... Veronica seems to be having trouble finding her way in. Greenhouse. Wow. Yeah, sure enough. It's stealing to take any of these crops. And the water. Oh well. Now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever been through this entire the sharecropper farms here. Yeah, this is the sharecropper farms. Nope, nothing here either. Now, since I haven't been through the sharecropper farms, there is something that I do want to get my hands on. Pinto beans. I don't know if have I seen pinto beans anywhere else in the wasteland at this point? I can't recall. But anyhow, I'm pretty certain that there's a star cap here on the sharecropper farms, and I'm getting really close to needing. Okay, there's no point in going in any of the other greenhouses because I don't think there's anything inside of them. So maybe this place right over on my left is it. Well, I can go inside. Barracks. Yep.
Can't grow crops if they don't give us the water.
Huh. Okay.
Glad the troopers are smart enough not...
And he just left right in the middle of his statement. So, here we go. This is where the star cap was. Just take that. I'm getting pretty close. I think I need about 3 more. Oh! Hello. Spec Op Manual. Alright. And I'm not interested in gaining any more evil karma. I want to try to stop stealing stuff, because I want to balance my karma out in it. You know, because there's no general easy method to improve your karma in this game. You know, it's not like, oh, I'll just donate some caps and suddenly I'm good again. So I really have to get my kleptomania under control. Lieutenant, who's this guy? Hello?
I'm not a recruitment officer. You want to join the army? I'm sure someone at McCarran can point you in the right direction.
I'm not here for that. I'm just passing through and actually kind of curious why on earth are these fields being guarded by soldiers?
A lot of the crops grown here support the various NCR camps in the region. McCarran, Goff, and Forlorn Hope, to name a few. We can't have wastelanders popping in here for a free meal, so my squad and I are assigned to keep things from going to hell.
Oh, I didn't know this place was that important. What can you tell me about the fields?
Impressive, aren't they? You don't see anything like this outside of NCR territory, that's for sure. We get the water, clean water, pumped in from Lake Mead. If you follow the big pipes, they'll take you all the way to the lake.
Well, thanks for the info. I'll be on my way.
Carry on.
Okay, just a little bit further out. I want to be able to frame this right. Okay, this is far enough. Go ahead and equip that camera that Mike gave me and snap a shot. There we go. Expected at least... Why on earth is there such a big flash on this thing if it doesn't actually flash and you get that, really loud type sound? You know, the type that you get in the movies that are like period pieces, like it takes place in the 1950s where they're using cameras that have flashes that are so freaking huge. And, they didn't have LEDs that can blind you like the ones that they put on the back of phones these days. Oh my god. I tell you, it's a lost art. The whole process of photography, the physical-based photography, where you had to have film and stuff. God, so good. But cumbersome at the same time. I mean... Anyways, let's go ahead and pop in here. I want to talk to the guy running this place.
Something I can do for you?
Shoo.
I'm usually good with faces, but I don't think I've seen you here before. What brings you to Camp McCarran?
I'm a little bit surprised you don't know about me at all, Colonel. I've been running around this place doing jobs for a while now. I guess you could say I'm a mercenary. But really, I'm just extra manpower. For hire if there's anything you need done.
There are a lot of things I can't spare troops for right now. If you can help us, we can definitely pay you for your work. You don't cook by any chance, do you? Farber's doing his best, but it's hard to manage an army with half my staff in line for the latrine. Honestly, we're fighting a lot of fires right now. The fiends keep pressing their position from Vault 3. We've got the Legion breathing down our necks across the river. We actually took an officer alive last week, but so far he hasn't spoken a word.
A Legionnaire? That's uncommon. I might be able to get him to talk for you.
I have Lieutenant Boyd on that already, and she's excellent, but I think she's hit a wall. Talk to her if you like. See if she has any use for you. Her office is right above mine, but I think she might be interrogating right now. So she'd be upstairs on the other side of the building.
Any other problems?
Yeah. On top of everything else, I can't send a patrol on a bathroom break without it being ambushed by someone who heard they were coming. So somebody's getting the word out.
An intelligence leak? That sounds like something that I could look into.
Well, why not? Given your recent arrival, at least I can safely rule you out as the leak. I'd like to have absolute trust in my men, but that's just not practical right now. Go ahead and look into it. See what you find. We don't have much to go on right now. Lately, every raiding party in New Vegas seems to have a map of our troop movements. It derails everything. Supplies, reinforcements. And it'll only get worse the longer we let it go on. Captain Curtis is heading up the investigation right now. He can fill you in.
Alright, I'll have a chat with him. You seem pretty calm given how bad things are around here.
Calm is what you have to be when people look to you. And it's all you can be when things are out of your hands.
Oh, spoken like a true colonel. Well, I'll leave you to your business.
Bye.
Alright. I think... I'm gonna go talk to Curtis first. I mean, there's very little go-between for a lot of this stuff. Okay, Curtis should be over here. Pop this open.
What is it?
Yep, Curtis.
Nice to meet you. I'm Curtis.
Captain, I'm here because Colonel Shu wants me to help you look into the recent intelligence leaks.
Smart man. I could use somebody who can operate under the radar around here. Whoever our mole is, he's been slippery. Whenever one of the MPs gets too close, he changes his habits. Our last lead went cold weeks ago.
Where should I start?
You want my advice? Start by talking to people with a lot of eyes in the field. People like Lieutenant Boyd, or Sergeant Contreras, maybe. Careful with Contreras, though. He's not above suspicion himself. Keep me apprised of any leads you get. This guy's gotten a lot of my men killed. I'm just itching to return the favor.
Oh, alright then. I'll go start talking to people.
Later.
Okay, so, that means I need to go upstairs to, talk with Lieutenant Boyd, Kerry Boyd, nonetheless. And I can also get started on this interrogation quest. Here we go. Boyd.
You stick out like a sore thumb around here. You sure you're in the right place?
I'm not that obvious. But anyways, I've been brought in to look into some certain problems. So let's start with whether or not you've seen anything suspicious going on lately.
Now, what kind of MP would I be if I didn't notice anything suspicious? I've had soldiers go AWOL, break-ins, thefts, you name it.
Missing? Who's gone missing?
Well, there's Anders. He's a ranger. That one's not suspicious so much as worrisome. He left on a dangerous assignment. Colonel Shu sent him out. Now I think he feels guilty not having any way to check up on him.
Oh, who else is missing?
Yeah. The man I'm more interested in is Corporal White. White had a lot of promise. Wanted to be a ranger as bad as anyone I've seen. But he also had some extracurricular activities going. Now he's gone.
I'll see if I can dig anything up for you.
Word around the base is he'd been going regularly to visit a hooker named Dazzle at Gamora. That's a casino on the Strip. Classy place. His belongings are up in the barracks in the concourse building. First bunk on your left if you're facing it from the center. I haven't had a chance to look through his things yet, so that might be a good place to begin.
Alright. Well, what about the ranger, though? Anders.
I don't know him very well myself. I seem to remember that he was the man to call on if you needed someone to get in and get out quietly. Colonel Shu would really be the person to talk to.
I'll be certain to drop by his office then. What about the break-ins, though? You have any details there?
Maybe break-in isn't the right word. We didn't find signs of forced entry, but I've had reports of someone sneaking into the control tower at night. It's probably just a meeting spot for a steamy military base love affair. Kids today. But it bothers me that they didn't break in. It means they have an access code. Most soldiers around the base don't have that.
Would you be willing to give me the control tower access key? So I can take a closer look?
Sure, if you want to investigate. It's not like there's anything to steal up there, just a bunch of old communications equipment. If you can find out any more, I'd be interested to hear it. There's something about this I really don't like. And if I weren't tied up here, I'd be staking it out personally.
Well, we'll find out if there's anything going on soon. But anyhow, the main reason why I'm talking to you is because Colonel Shu sent me over. Said something about a Legionnaire that you're having a hard time getting to talk.
Yeah, so far this has gone exactly as expected. Poorly. But with the work you've done for NCR already, you might be just what I've been looking for. We captured an honest-to-God centurion of Caesar's Legion recently.
No shit. How'd you manage that? Centurions are supposed to kill themselves before capture.
Better believe it. Everybody in Caesar's Legion, from Caesar on down, will kill themselves before they can be captured. They're so twitchy they'd probably do it if you reached out to hug them. But here's this guy, who's an elite commander in their army, and he just gives himself up, even as his men are slitting their own throats around him.
So what do you think it means?
Well, I don't know about you, but to me that sounds like a man who's willing to cooperate. Except he hasn't. Only times he speaks up are to insult you. He's a real prick, by the way. And I'm supposed to get information out of this guy.
Have you tried calling him names back?
Yes, and one time I thought I saw a tear when I told him his uniform was unflattering. But I think he just got some dust in his eye.
Well, what about a drug? Truth serum.
Don't have anything like that. Sounds nice. Like the kind of thing I'd want to take home and use on my husband. But even if we did, I don't know that I'd be comfortable using it. If there's any risk of overdose, it's not worth it. Asshole's too valuable.
Not many options. Have you tried the most basic of it all? Just beating him senseless?
I like the way you think. Have I said that yet? Problem is that the NCR frowns on using that sort of tactic. There are some restrictions still in place from President Tandy's administration. But here's my favorite thing about you. You're not in the NCR. Plus, for all this guy knows, you're completely insane. That's a winning combination.
So, you want me to be your hands when you can't lift a finger?
I think if you rough him up enough, and really put some fear into him, he'll sing like a choir boy. So let's do this. When you're ready, I'll go in and give you a little intro. Then I leave the room, and you make him regret the day he was born. We go back and forth a couple times until either he talks or he can't move his jaw anymore. Either way, we've had our entertainment for the day.
Not certain how I feel about beating up POWs, but I don't really see another way. Let's get this started.
That's the spirit. Okay, I'll go in and have a word with him. Then I'll call you in.
Alright, V.
Should have brought something to...
Yeah. Stay there.
Long time no see, Celus.
Lieutenant.
I was just thinking about you.
That's so.
I was just thinking about that pretty neck of yours.
How sweet.
I was thinking about how it would look with a Legion slave collar on it.
I'll pass.
Do you know what I love about our slave collars, Lieutenant?
If you love them, maybe you should try one on.
I love how tightly they fit. I train my men to make sure the slave's flesh bulges a bit around the top and bottom. Know why?
It's all the rage in fashion circles?
Not quite. If you fit it just right, their body never gets used to the feeling of wearing it. It cuts in just enough when they swallow or turn their head to remind them who they belong to. And it's that constant reminder that keeps them docile.
In that case, maybe you'd better save the collar you were gonna give me.
Oh? For whom?
For a friend of mine you're about to meet. My friend isn't very docile.
And who is this friend of yours?
You know all the rules the NCR instituted to protect enemy prisoners of war?
Of course.
My friend doesn't. Oh, and Silus? If you resist at all, I'll personally blow your brains out. Come on in, he's all yours. I'll be back in a bit to see how you're getting along. And
Cool.
I'll need you to surrender your weapons before you go in. You can pick them up from the locker on your way out.
Ugh. Damn. Okay. I just wanted to get a little bit back into the room, maybe? Oh, she's leaving. Alright. Now I'm gonna need to pop a mentat here. Okay.
What an ugly little worm you are. What pile of excrement did the lieutenant pluck you from, worm?
I don't think you're aware of who you're talking to. I'm with the Legion. I'm here to kill you before you talk.
You're nothing. You're some inept mercenary the NCR is paying to supplement its own incompetent soldiers.
How naive, Silus. Corruptio optimi pessima. Caesar sees you as a threat now.
No, listen. Caesar's secrets are safe with me. I stayed alive because Caesar would have wanted it. I'm useless to him dead.
You're a danger to him alive. Your knowledge threatens him.
I've told them nothing. They've gotten nowhere. I'm a Centurion, for Christ's sake. I deserve his trust.
Caesar's law is absolute. He does not grant exceptions.
You have to let this go. I'll disappear. No one will ever see me again. That was always the plan in the first place.
So in addition to treason, you're also a deserter.
No, that's not what I meant. Lieutenant, this man is trying to kill me. He's not who you think he is.
All that shouting. Honestly, Silus, you get free room and board. The least you could do is be a good guest.
Lieutenant, this man is an agent of the Legion on a mission to kill me.
My, we have an active imagination today, don't we?
Think about it. Is it worth the risk? You need what I know.
Well, it sounds like the two of you are becoming fast friends.
It'll be your head if I die, Lieutenant. You'll be disgraced.
You know what? I think you're right, Silus.
Of course I'm right.
Except, I don't care. Because it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it to never have to hear you say another word, Silus. Carry on.
Lieutenant!
Ooh, this is gonna be fun.
You don't have to do this.
You shouldn't have done that. I'm the only friend you have right now.
You've made your intentions clear. The Legion has abandoned me. I've done everything Caesar ever asked of me, and this is how I am repaid. With assassination, I ambushed countless NCR patrols and wiped them out so that our operatives could move freely. I waited for him to dispatch us for 3 days, never questioning why the headaches he complained of would hinder his ability to command. I haven't breathed a word about the officer we planted here. He continues to radio intelligence to Caesar's camp nearly every night. I've proven my loyalty. All you're doing is killing a loyal soldier. If that's Caesar's policy, then I say his empire will crumble.
Your loyalty is commendable. But you should probably know that I'm not actually loyal to Caesar.
What? What do you mean?
I mean, you've been tricked, Silus. I'm not with the Legion. I'm just educated and know a little bit of Latin. I'm working with the NCR, and you just spilled everything.
No, you slimy bastard. Nothing I've said will change the outcome for you. No force can hold back the tide of the Legion. This camp and everyone in it will burn.
Well, done here.
You did well. I don't know how you did it without putting a scratch on him, and I'm a little disappointed personally, but it saved the NCR some face. And it could save us more than that when all is said and done. I'm gonna talk to some people when we're through here. This is about double the standard fee we'd give a consultant, but from what I saw, you're more of an artist. So think of this as your commission.
Nice. It's been a pleasure, Lieutenant. By far, one of the more fun jobs that I've had in a while. Alright. Contreras, let's make this full circle.
So you're back.
I'm here to pick up the next task, just like you said.
All right. I need you to pass something off to a merchant. The guy's name is Price. The exchange goes down at Miguel's pawn shop in Westside. This next bid is very important. He's paranoid, maybe a little schizo. You have to identify yourself with a passcode or he'll shoot you right there. Just tell him you're looking for some betting advice. Then he'll say the surest move is to bet on the house.
Does that mean anything?
Yeah, it means you don't get shot.
Right. I'll keep it in mind.
Be sure you do. If you get this last job done, full access to my stash. At a discount even, just because I like you. Get moving, watch out for raiders, and do not lose that package. Good luck.
Oh, well, looks like there's nobody out here. Alright. Now, this is, like I said, this is one of the most finicky quests that I've had to deal with. Well, not the, but one of the most problematic. Alright, let's crouch. Let's go into the tower.
Lupa, this is Frumentarius Picus. Over.
Go ahead, Picus.
Afternoon patrol enters Fiend territory at 1300. Have them mind that stretch.
10-4, Picus. Fiends will be alerted.
Roger, Lupa.
What's the status of your primary mission, Picus?
Charges are set. Detonation will occur as the train leaves the station. Over.
How long?
Couple of minutes. Over.
10-4. Keep us updated.
10-4.
Okay, eavesdropped on the conversation. As you can tell, someone is a Legionnaire inside of the NCR, and he's telling them what the patrol routes will be, but he's also but he also planted a bomb on the monorail, which is something that I'm gonna have to go and sort out here. Luckily, I am an explosives expert, so that'll be no problem for me. But as I was saying about this quest, the first thing that I naturally did whenever I was trying to sort it out was, I just waited hour by hour outside of the control tower, and that didn't get me anywhere. And it was only upon, like, consulting a guide that I realized, oh, okay, if you wait outside, the person who is going into the control tower sees you and doesn't go in. As I try to stop stealing. So the trick is to wait inside of the... here we go, there's the bomb. Let's just go ahead and 35 explosive, no problem. There we go. So the trick is to stand inside of the terminal and wait until about 12:45, 12:50 at night, and then follow and just basically watch Captain Curtis. Because, I mean, there's no real effective way for you to know that it's Captain Curtis, who's the rat, but that's who was in the control tower. So you just basically watch him, and you follow him out into the yard, and don't get caught. Okay, shoot.
Yes, what is it?
I looked into that intelligence leak. Turns out that it was a bit of a bigger problem than you probably thought. Sorted it out, though.
No? What happened?
It was Curtis. He's in the Legion. And I can prove he tried to blow up the monorail.
Curtis? He's been in the NCR long before our conflict with the Legion. There's just no way. I hope you're mistaken, but somehow I don't think so. It'd explain a lot. This is much worse than anyone expected. There could be others, too. You've done everything that was asked of you. You have my personal thanks for this. And I'll make sure you receive the credit you deserve. I'll have Curtis taken into custody. If he lets himself be taken alive, that is.
Right then, Colonel. Before I go, I'm a little bit curious. What's the deal with the fiends?
As in chem fiends. Biggest gang of raiders I've ever seen. Nothing like addiction to swell your numbers. Psychotic and completely unpredictable. They set up shop in Vault 3 to the west. Every day they attack our positions and my men repel them. But every day there's more of them and less of us. I sent one of my rangers after their leader to try and destabilize them. He didn't return. Hell of a thing, losing a ranger. You come to depend on them, and they come through for you so often, you forget it can happen.
If it's worth something to you, I could go to Vault 3. See if this ranger's still alive.
That vault is a hornet's nest. If you have second thoughts, no one would think less of you for it. But if you can get him home, it'd mean a lot. Watch for civilians, too. The fiends have been kidnapping locals. They just walk right into people's homes in the middle of the day and take them. But the man you're looking for is Bryce Anders. Anders was trying to find the leader, Motor Runner. You hear something like a chainsaw? You've found Motor Runner. Put a bullet in his head, and you'll have some new friends around here.
Will do, Colonel.
Bye.
Oh, hello. I'm liked. Well, wait a minute. If I'm liked, that means I should have access to the safe house.
We're all impressed with the work you've done for us. Thought you might be able to make use of this. It's a key to a little hideaway south of here. We've used it as a place for rangers to rest and resupply. I thought you might get good use out of it.
Thanks. I'm certain it'll come in handy.
Bye.
Such tourniqueted, chats every single time. Alright, I think... yeah. I'm done here. I don't want to spend any more time in Cat McCarran. I mean, if I could have done, like, all of the quests at McCarran here all at once. And, geez, would have seen too much of this place. I've already seen so much of it at this point. But, there's probably one or two more things that I could get out of Camp McCarran, but for now, I think that I've done enough. We'll head out into the wasteland, and quite clearly, there's a bunch of stuff going on in Westside, so I think I'm gonna head myself out over that way.